Welcome back to the fields of Perthshire. Oh no, you might recognise that distant chuckle. And it's because of this man here who's just blocked Martin out of the shot. It's the three amigos.
The mini Detectorist on the fields of Perthshire.
Yeah, we're having a mini detecting festival. We're out for a good length of time. We've got packed lunches and everything. So myself, Martin and big Simon Dominguez. So Simon's on the Minelab Equinox 800. As ever, Martin is on the XP Goldmax Power V4 and I'm on the XP Deus 2. So without further ado, let's go and see what treasures we can find. Okay, 2 minutes, we've got our first target. 88, possibly old aluminium, but could be a coin, As you'll know from previous videos, I've not had a lot of luck recently. 4 digs have been pretty awful on the trot. Even my trusted medieval site isn't coming up with the good stuff at the moment, but that's metal detecting for you. Slightly in the wrong place, I think. Right, need to get the spade into it. I'll get back to you in a sec. Well, hole number 1, it looks like a clawed foot. There's a few wee nails there coming through. It's hollow in the back. I suspect it's either part of a sort of decorative pot leg type thing, or it's maybe part of a fire surround or something like that. It's a bit blackened on the back as well, like it's been burned, or maybe there's some soot or charcoal in there, but yeah, I think that's what it is. I think it's maybe fire surrounding related. Not particularly old, 100 years give or take maybe, but if you think otherwise, then let me know in the comments below. Interestingly, I did a bit of research on this field here before we came out. There's quite a lot of crop marks from the Iron Age and Bronze Age, and also there was a Bronze Age spear and a Bronze Age axe head found in this field by ploughing back in the 1900s. Both of which were from the Bronze Age, 3,500–4,000 years of age, so there's hope for something better. A nice crisp 79. Easy digging. That's what I like to see. Oh, we've got possibly a dandy button. Our first relic. I think it is. It could be a coin, but I'm going to say dandy button because of the size and the thickness. But I'll do my best to see if there's any detail on it. Right back to you. It is indeed a button. You can just see right in the centre the wee circle where the shank and the loop would have been attached. And on the other side, there's the slightest sign of a few lines going across it, so it's had some sort of banded decoration on it, but it is a dandy button, and that'll be from around 1780 to 1800, so at least we're back a bit in time already. A possible wee fragment of, I don't know, maybe a little jar made of copper alloy. Could be, I don't know, some sort of bottle or some sort of little ointment, something or other, but it doesn't look like it's been big, but yeah, could have again a bit of age to it. 86. Could be a coin, but I think it's going to be aluminium. But happy to be proved wrong. Better film it just in case. Right, we're out. Still isn't amazing, but we've got an imprint. Is that there? That's it there. It's a thing. Well, I think it's actually just a bit of water pipe fitting. I think that's a bigger fitting or join that's been put on there. But if you think it's something else, then let me know in the comments below. Just a wee catch up with Marty. We've only been going for 25 minutes or so. And that's all Marty's bits and bobs. He's got himself a wee spoon handle as well. But he's got this wee interesting thing, which is a little lead sort of ingot type thing. I mean, given the medieval and Roman stuff that's going on around here, well, you never know. Could have a wee bit of age to it, but again, if you know, then comment below. A low and growly 81 from a bit of depth produces something green. It is a thing. Always like finding things. Can we figure out what the thing is? Start shouting at the screen. Well, it's a kind of love heart shape. Maybe intentionally, maybe on purpose. I don't think it's massively old. Going by the shape of it, it's got those quite sharp edges, but I don't know, a little trivet, a little support. Maybe it was attached to wood or to leather. No idea what it is, but well, it's a nice wee thing, isn't it? Probably 100, 150 years old. I doubt it's much older than that, but if you know, as ever, comment below. Well, talk about a tiny target. It's a little copper alloy, either a rivet or part of a button, but well, did well to find that at 6 inches. Possible coin. 88. It's a very nice, sweet sound. Doesn't have that aluminium tin to it, or tinge to it. Coming through 88, 89 now. Not convinced. Looking pretty unlikely. It's going to be a coin. Oh, well, I tell you what. Not only is it a coin, I think it's silver. I think it is a silver threepence. I shouldn't have rubbed that actually, I should have wet it. It's Gorgeous George. It is silver. First coin is a silver coin. Well, you heard it, you saw it, quite black. And it is a silver threepence. Right, I'll dry this up off camera, very blackened, and I'll get right back to you. Fantastic, silver in the first 45 minutes. Time for the silver dance! Woohoo! Well folks, look at that. A wee rub-a-dub with the magic cloth. And we've got a very clear 1917. So, well, 1917, that's the year the US entered the First World War. It also tells us it's going to be Gorgeous George, as I thought. Always happy to see him in silver and in gold. 1917, I think that was the Battle of Passchendaele, which was yet another huge campaign during the First World War, which resulted in tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people being killed, and all for not a lot of gain. So there you go, Gorgeous George looking to the left, and it's a threepence. 1917, that's probably a pint of beer, give or take. But a great start, silver on the first hour. A wee fine for Martin as well. He's got himself a big circular piece of lead. When I saw it at first I thought it was going to be a palm guard, but it's not the dome shape to it. I mean, it could be a palm guard, I suppose, just a flat version for metal work, leather work. Strap it to your hand. It's got the right shape, that's for sure. So yeah, it could be an old find, could be interesting. It is actually a wee bit concave, so it does fit. So it could be a palm guard for leather working, and that could be post-medieval, it could be medieval, it could even go way back to the Roman or Iron Age. Great. I just get a lead sort of bottle stopper right next to it. Much sweeter. 91. Cut a plug out, I think. Bottle top, Georgian coin. Maybe even silver. Still in there. Let's take a wee bit out of there. Still in the hole. Oh! Still in the hole. Somewhere there. Get back to you in a second. So, took out the side wall, and look, right there. There is an imprint for a green coin, and there is the green coin. Now, it's probably going to be Georgian going by that readout. A halfpenny, but the ground is pretty saturated here, so who knows if we'll get any detail. Martin's got a coin as well, before I got a chance to show you mine. Well, it's probably what mine's going to look like, but it's a penny, and it's someone.
Definitely gone.
Yep, it's gone. It is a bit of a, I don't know, it could be a quite an early-ish one. It's, I don't know if that's just the corrosion on it, but well, it's a penny. Maybe Victoria, maybe George V, maybe somebody else, but we're not going to get any detail off that, unfortunately. Oh well. Here is my coin. I've got the bendy thumb to it. You can just make out Britannia seated, the figure there. Looks like a date would have been just below that line. It is a halfpenny. And it is Mr. Potato Head, George III. You can just make out his head looking to the right hand side. So 1760 to 1820. Similar period to my dandy button that I got earlier. So as ever, it's a good sign that there's been people losing stuff here a few hundred years ago. We just need to find something that they lost 1,000 or 3,000 years ago. Would be nice. This was a really poor target. It was an 81, but there's an outside chance that could be a coin. Nope, it's a button. There's the shank right there. Oh well. Almost certainly it was on its edge because it wasn't that deep. Don't think there's any detail on there. Just a plain old button. Yep, it is. But at least it's still got the shank. There is a maker actually there. Tell you what, I'll clean it up. I'll get back to you. Oh well, no maker. Actually says rich orange gilt colour. So this would have been gilded. Would have looked gold. Don't see any gilding on it, but we don't have any sunlight at the moment. But yeah, it's probably 1850-ish, something like that. So again, it's a find. Could be silver. Or it could be a bottle top. Or a bit of brass. 95. Well, I tell you what, I think it might actually be a coin. Look at that. Oh, it's not a coin. It's too thick. Look at the size of it. Nope, it's not a coin. It's not a coin. I thought it might have been a coin. It's a great big lump of copper alloy, something. Maybe a lid or a stopper or such like. We catch up with Simon Dominguez.
No, I didn't catch nothing.
What have you got?
I don't know, was piece of the nari.
That is a hem weight
Yeah, I guess.
for a skirt. Looks like it's been melted though. 2 holes been stitched into the pleat of a skirt. Probably 100, 150 years old. Is that your find of the day so far?
No silver coins yet.
No silver coins yet. Ah well, maybe soon. Again, another dodgy signal. 60-ish. And we've either got a button or we've got a very thin little coin. Oh, looks in pretty awful state if it's a coin, but well, I'll do my best. Well folks, it is a coin. It's a coin, it's very thin, it's got that brownish colour coming through which normally you would get with modern coins, but it can't be a modern coin because of the thickness of it. I can just see a couple of letters just in there, but as you can see it's well corroded. It's also got a dotted sort of milled edge on it as well, so it's definitely a coin. I think we're going to struggle to get anything off that. It's maybe one to take the famous fiberglass cleaning pen that I keep talking about using that I've still never used. Maybe it's a good trial piece for that. But, well, coin number 3. There we go. Simon just got this, which is a lead bag seal. It's a type that we've seen before. In fact, did you not get one of these the last time in this field? It's got a little... it's got the rampant lion, which is actually not the rampant lion, with a crown above it. So it's Dutch. It's from the Netherlands.
No, but I got this seal in another field. No,
and it's got to be, I don't know, 1850, 1900, probably a bag seal for grain or such like, but still a nice wee find. Find of the day so far for Simon.
Yeah.
Well, it's lunchtime. That's the extent of Martin's sandwich box, which apparently he's stolen off his wee boy. There's a bit of a buckle that he's got, horse buckle, not particularly old, 100, 150 years. And he's got himself a lead seal as well, and it's exactly the same as Simon's even, except it's a different shape. It's not a teardrop, it's more circular-ish, but as you can see the wee lion with a crown above it. So same period, 1850 or thereabouts. In fact 1892 I think it says on it, or it's 592.
It's 592.
592. Oh well, so it's a start. Well, lunch is over. We're fully refueled, ready to go. I forgot to plug in my microphone, and this was a solid 88. It's, well, I thought it was going to be shallow aluminium, and it turned out it was deep lead. Oh, we've got a thing. Oh yes, this is something good. This is definitely something good. That is a cracking. Got something good.
Something good.
Yep. Well folks, this is very, very interesting. This is lead. Is there any writing on the back? Nope, plain on the back. But you know what that is there, folks? That is St Andrew, the patron saint of Scotland, and the reason I can tell is because of the cross. That's why Scotland's flag is a white cross on a blue background. And that is St Andrew. This is probably some sort of trade weight or something like that, I think, with the figure of St Andrew on top, possibly for fabric or material, but I'm not sure. I suppose it could be for just about anything. So St Andrew, the patron saint of Scotland, he lived in the 1st century. He was one of the apostles of Christ, and he was crucified. He refused to be crucified on a cross like Jesus, and he was crucified instead on an X. He had them turn the cross to the side. Later on, his relics, when the Roman Empire became Christianized, he was in danger of his relics being taken from Patras in modern day Greece or Turkey, being taken to the new capital of Constantinople, because Constantine the Great had become Christianized and was hoovering up all the ancient relics, the Christian relics. And because he was an apostle of Christ, his relics were very, very sacred. And a monk called Regulus, later known as Saint Rule, he took the relics of St Andrew west to the furthest known edges of the world, which incidentally was Scotland. And he shipwrecked on the east coast in a place called the Kingdom of Fife, at a little village called Kilrymont. And there, a little Christian chapel was built to house his relics that grew into a massive cathedral, and the town became known as St Andrews. So there you go, absolutely amazing. Simon will recognise this straight away because he's a tour guide as well. That is phenomenal, could be very, very old. Had a good scout around St Andrew, but nothing else, starting to branch out a little bit from there. 94. Bottle top, aluminium, possibly a coin. Soil here is very thick and heavy. And also it could be the dreaded aluminium. Break that up. At least it came out quickly. Well folks, did you see that? There's an imprint just there on the edge. I think we might have another silver coin. We have. I don't believe it. Double silver and a mental looking, an amazing looking weight. This is incredible. Brilliant. It's not old. It's probably going to be George V again. But it's silver and I don't care. This is fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. Well, I've had a real run of terrible bad luck. And now I can't get my water bottle out of my pocket. It's got stuck. There we go. I've had a real run of rubbish days. And my goodness, this makes up for it. I always say to people that, you know, when you do get bad days, it means the likelihood of a good day becomes slightly more likely. And I think it is Gorgeous George. It's quite a blackened coin, just like the last one that I got. That's because the soil down here seems to be quite waterlogged. It's a bit worn, but I'm going to give this a rub up and hopefully get some more detail and maybe a date. There we go. As suspected, it's George V yet again. And it's another early one, 1918. It's a silver sixpence. So right at the end of the Great War, the First World War, the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, 1918, was the official ceasefire, although the Treaty of Versailles was not signed until 1919, so some war memorials in Scotland give the date of the Great War as 1914 to 1919. George V, fifth even, silver sixpence, and fantastic. Coin number 4, I think, and 2 of them are silver. Amazing. I've had to put the gloves on because it's getting cold. 73, 74. And to be honest, I don't know what I was expecting, but it looks like we might have a lead seal. We don't. Some sort of, get the glove off. Some sort of winder. Looks like it's got a wee sort of beveled edge on it. It does. I think I've had a few of these before, and I'm sure people have said it's off of a paraffin lamp. That's the control for the amount of paraffin getting through the wick or whatever. But still, probably 100, 150 years old. There you go, a little relic for Martin. It's a bit of a nightmare to clean because the soil's all stuck to it, but we've done the best we can. But it's a bit fragile at the top. We don't want to snap it, so it's going to have to wait till he gets home. But it's a cap badge. Second World War, I'm guessing, but it could be First World War. And I think it's the Grenadiers or the Fusiliers, one or the other. And I'm sure this is supposed to represent, a hand grenade. So I think Grenadiers from the word grenade, possibly. There's a symbol on there. It's maybe a flower, it's maybe a thistle. Not entirely certain, but it's probably Second World War era, 39 to 1945. But it could be earlier. It could be Great War, 1914, 1918. Either way, that's a very nice find. Fantastic. If this hadn't come out on the third spadefill, I was giving up. I'm glad I didn't, because, well, it's maybe silver plate. But it looks like it's maybe got... Oh no, it doesn't. It does. It's got a wee bit of iron on it. That's why it was such a weird target, such a weird signal. It's a spoon handle, by the look of it. Is it decorated or is it plain? I think it's plain. Well, it could be pewter. That would certainly help explain the chunks of iron there that have got corroded to it, because pewter's got a mixture of all sorts in it. But yeah, it's a spoon handle. It's probably a maker or something in there, but as you can see, it's all covered in rust. Almost certainly Victorian, 1830s to 1900. Just a wee catch up because Martin just shouted to say he got a coin. Now there is a head there, it's old Tatty Heed. Potato Head himself, looking to the right, it's George III again. It's a halfpenny. Again, there's a wee line at the bottom where there would have been a date. But 1760 to 1820. And Simon has had absolutely nothing. Say hello, Simon.
Hey, hello.
Well, I thought that was going to be a coin all day long when it came out the ground, but much to everyone's hilarity, it's a button. And when I turned it over and gave it a rub, there you go. Probably again Georgian. It's actually got a maker on there. Right, I'll give this a wee clean up. Oh, there's a crown as well, so I'll give it a clean and I'll get back to you. Well, I've given it a clean, given it a rub. Everyone's had a look at it because we've all got varying degrees of eyesight, but that was Simon in the background there. So we've got a crown. You can see where the eyelet's been. But what are the letters? What does it say? It almost looks like possibly it's Russian. But we cannot figure it out. We don't have good enough eyesight between us. So if you know, comment below. Okay, it's been about 20-25 minutes without a concrete target. I've dug a couple, but it's been, as expected, just junk. This one here, though, a very nice tone of an 85. Now, I'm very close to the edge of the field, which always makes me worry about aluminium. Let's get the gloves off. Temperature's actually come up a wee bit, so I might get away without gloves for a wee bit. There's something right there. Don't think it's a coin though. Maybe a buckle? Oh no, it is a coin. It's a coin. It's a penny. It is definitely a coin. It's a 1 penny and it is pretty toasted. This is the reverse. You can see the odd letter there, but not much. The other side though, there's just enough to give me the rough date, the name, because it's Gorgeous George. Yet again, George V, looking to the left, pretty pitted, but sometime between 1910 and 1936. I think that's coin number 5. What a day. This is a wee screamer. 85, 86. It's either a coin or a bit of aluminium or something else. Oh, God, that's heavy. We're out at least. Whew, don't realise I'm getting old and I've got bad knees. Right. Well, oh, it's a worm. I was just about to say, I thought that was a red bit of aluminium or something there. Where's it gone? What's there? Right, you are in there. Oh, what's that? Oh, get the glove out of the way. Goodness sake. Oh, there we go. Oh, but I don't believe it. That could be a hammered coin, folks. That could be a hammered coin. I think that is a hammered coin. Oh my God. It is. Oh, it's not. It's silver. My God, it's silver, but it's... I think it's Elizabeth. It's another silver coin, triple silver. And again, it's pretty rough. Oh no. Guess what I've done? There it is. I've got another silver coin. I cannot believe triple silver. Well, what a way to bounce back from some not very good days detecting. It is another threepence, I do believe. Thought that was a hammered coin. Well, it's still very welcome, but oh, I thought that was a hammered. I really did. Well, as you can see, it's not in great condition at all on the back. It's not in brilliant condition on the front either, but it's paper thin. It must have been in circulation for a very long time. Right, let me dry this up and get back to you. Well, the back is completely shot. There might be a bit of detail there underneath whatever's going on, but looking at the size of it, I think it's a threepence. A 3p. The other side cleaned up a wee bit better. Victoria de Gracia Britanniarum Regina. Fid def. So there you go. Queen Victoria. And it's a young head. It's a threepence. So you're talking 3 dozen eggs. You're talking, my goodness, I mean, a groat, a quarter of a penny. No, not a groat, a farthing. A quarter of a penny would have bought you, what was it, 3 oysters and bread. So this is a pretty hefty amount of money. 3p back then, if you could get that for a quarter of a penny. And I could get 4 sparrows for a penny. So this is 12 sparrows, 18 eggs, or more importantly, at least 3 pints of beer. Again, a very weak signal produces what might be a lead seal. 78, 88. It's definitely lead. Could be a hem button. But I don't see any holes. Nope, I don't. So I think it might be... No, it's not a seal. Is it a seal? Well, if it is, I don't see any lettering yet. Gave it a wee rub-a-dub. It's slightly concave in shape, but maybe that's just for being battered about the field. But I think it's a weight. It's not going to be a button. It's too heavy for a start. And but I don't see any marks on it. But I think it is. I think it could be a little weight, maybe, 10 grams, half an ounce, something like that. But it could be any age. But let me know in the comments below. And the targets keep on coming. 86, 87. It's got some potential to be a tin can or a coin. Don't think the guys have had anything of interest since we last saw them. Well, that's not a coin. That is it looks kind of like a bit of a big buckle or a handle. Copper alloy. So, hey ho. This could well be the last signal of the day. Screaming 91, 93. Could be Georgian coinage. Could be a bottle top. Don't think it's deep. And it's vanished. Oh, there it is there. And it's neither. It's a thing. There. What is that? What is that? Don't know. Right, I'm going to pick it apart and get back to you. I think this comes under the category of we do not know. Something kind of agriculturally, tractory, something. Oh well. Just a wee catch up with the boys. Martin's got himself another lead seal. Russian, once again, 1859, so it's a flax seal. Again, imported with bales of flax, which were then just ripped open, and these were thrown in the fields. There's a mill, an old mill, just a few hundred yards away from us on the hillside. Long gone, but we had a water wheel, and that's linen for the manufacture of linen.
Wow.
You might have guessed that Big Simon's nearby. A lead stylus, or lead whatever this is. No idea. I got one of these recently. Someone made a comment, or a few of you did, but I don't know. It's made of lead, so what do you think it is? Let us know in the comments below. And Simon, what about you? What have you got for us?
Nothing.
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 He has
Horrendous
nothing.
Day.
Horrendous day for Simon. Poor Simon. Well, that is us. We're finishing up. We're leaving it there. Pretty good day all in all. Boys, will you be coming back to Scottish Detectival anytime soon?
That's a terrible festival. Terrible festival. I'm gonna complain.
Terrible experience. Well,
Horrible, no.
Well, Simon, as you can hear, did really well. He got loads and loads of fines. You did get your lead seal, so that's not bad. You're better than nothing. Better than nothing. So we'll have a wee look at my stuff in the light box when I get back, and potentially, if it's medieval, one of the best relics I've ever found. Welcome back to the light box. Well, what a turnaround from 4 outings which produced literally nothing to not only 3 coins but potentially one of the best relics that I have ever found in my life in 24 years. But we'll start with this curious thing. So, what is it? What's its purpose? And how old is it? If you know, then comment below. Then I've added in all of the dross and such like, everything that's basically not aluminium and not lead. We've got a few buttons. We've got a couple of buttons, probably 1800's. This is the one that's the colour, the gold, orange, the orange gilled gold colour, I think it was. This one here, any further detail on the lettering? Let's try and get you in the light. Doesn't really work, does it? There you go. That's probably about as good as it gets. Sorry for the colour of my fingernails. I've still got to get the nail brush out and clean myself up. I was in such excitement having got back that I wanted to film this as soon as possible. So, not sure about that one. If you know, then as I say, comment below. And then we've got the best things. So first of all, we got 6 coins, which is pretty incredible, and 3 of them are silver. Now the only problem is the copper ones, or the copper-ish ones, copper-based. This is the only one we can identify, which is a George V penny, but we can't get a date off it because it is completely destroyed. And then these 2 coins here. Oh, in fact, I tell a lie. The one on the right, that was George III, 1760 to 1820. You can just see Mr. Potato Head there, looking to the right-hand side. This coin here is, I think it's a modern coin. In fact, there's actually letters coming through there now that I can see, look. I think it's a modern coin, and it's possibly European. It looks like it ends in MAS or MASS. Maybe it's a token, but it's got that brown colour to it, which is often the case when you get these coins that are relatively modern. So I'm not 100% certain on this one, but I think it might be fairly modern, some sort of token or something from somewhere in Europe. So if you know, then let me know. And then we've got this little thing, which is a little bit like a lead weight. It's definitely not a coin or token because there's no detail on it. So weighs about 10 grams, half an ounce, so it's possibly a little trade weight, given what else we've discovered. And then not 1, not 2, but 3 bits of silver. So we've got 2 threepences of George V and Victoria, and then we have got the silver 6pence. Let's get it the right way around. And there we go. So there's the 3. As you can see, they've all got a very nice patination to them, but interestingly, every one of them is pre-1920. So that means that they are 92.5% silver. So we've got 1918, silver 6pence at the bottom. We've got 1917, the top left, and top right, well, it's Queen Victoria, so it cannot be any later than 1901. And we've got 6, 7, 8, 9, we've got 12 pence in total. Now, the 12 pence from 1917, 1918, and that was probably, in fact, sorry, not 12 pence, 9 pence. 9 pence from George V's era. That was probably 2 pints of beer. And then, as I say before, depending on the date of the Victoria, that could be 3 pints, potentially, if it was from our early part of our reign. So, nice, very nice indeed. And as I say, all 92.5% silver. Now, what I am most interested in is this lead weight, which, as you saw when I dug it up, it looked pretty plain, pretty straightforward, and I thought it was just going to be like what Martin had found, which is a little a little kind of rectangle of lead. However, close you up a wee bit, turning it over, as I said, immediately I knew that that was the symbol of St. Andrews. So St. Andrew, or St. Andrew should I say, not Andrews. St. Andrew, as I mentioned before, he was the apostle of Christ. He was crucified in around about 60 AD in Patras in Greece. There's actually a church within which his human skull is soon, or is said to be placed, allegedly. But I haven't cleaned it up, and the reason is that the lead surface can get very, very fragile, and I don't want to sort of wet it or vigorously brush it and remove detail that might flake off. So I'm going to leave it exactly like that until I've taken it to the museum. But I think it could be some sort of trade weight, and I have found similar examples online which are from the 1400s, the 15th century. And the only difference is that normally they're shaped like a shield, whereas this is a rectangle, but maybe that makes it all the rarer. And is there an outside chance that this is from the 1400s? I would say there's probably a good chance it could be from the 1400s. And if it is, it's going to be one of the most spectacular relics that I've ever found. And my middle name is actually Andrew, and I'm named after St. Andrew. Well, my middle name is at least. So there you go. That has got the potential to be something quite incredible. So if you know, or you've seen a parallel, or if I'm completely wrong, then let me know, but just be gentle. And that is it. The rest of the items are just little bits and bobs. The dandy button that I got. A few little fragments of lead and metal and so on and so on. A little rim off of some sort of vessel. Possibly a little shallow bowl or a plate or something like that. But that's about it really. So all in all, triple silver and an amazing relic. So hopefully you enjoyed, and if you like, then if you're not already subscribed, then please hit the button. And hopefully we'll see you on the next dig. Take care, and thanks for watching.